All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick on the Power. So I want to make a video about a bodybuilder by the name of Ernie Taylor. Now, Ernie Taylor is a bodybuilder from the UK that primarily competed in the 90s and the early 2000s, and one of his calling cards was his triceps. He was most known for having pretty crazy-looking triceps. Now, I can assure you guys the photos that you're looking at are not photoshopped. His triceps actually did look that crazy and that round. Now, obviously, site enhancement oil is probably a big culprit in why they look that way. But these are actually real pictures of Ernie Taylor from competition, so they actually did look that crazy. And it probably hurt him a lot more than it helped him, because it was pretty noticeable that something was going on with his triceps. But either way, he was known for them, whether that was a good thing or a bad thing. So initially, I actually thought some of these photos were photoshopped too. Then I did some digging of my own, and I found some photos that a lot of people haven't seen, or a lot of people haven't looked at, or haven't gotten enough exposure for anybody to Photoshop these photos. So I found a bunch of pictures from, him sitting behind the scenes at expos and sitting at booths and signing autographs, where his triceps look just as freaky as they look on stage and just as disproportionate. So definitely the photos are not photoshopped. They did look that freaky. And even in the front double bicep pose, you can see in this photo here, you can see the way the tricep hangs. Now, whether or not that's because it's loaded with oil or Synthol or whatever the case may be, there's definitely something going on with his triceps. So that's definitely one of the things to remember when you think about Ernie Taylor. So in terms of his competitive career, his first couple of years in the IFBB were actually pretty good for his first couple of years. His first IFBB competition ever was in 1997, the Night of Champions, which was arguably the third biggest show in bodybuilding at that time, and he placed third at that show. Then the following year, his second IFBB show at the 1998 Mr. Olympia, he placed 8th. So his second IFBB show ever, he was 8th place at the Olympia. So that's pretty damn good for his second show ever and his first Olympia appearance ever. So that's pretty good. That same year, he would place a 5th at the Night of Champions, and the following year, he would place 6th at the 1999 Night of Champions. Then at the 1999 Mr. Olympia, he placed 13th. And that was one of the years where people thought his triceps looked a little bit wacky. So I think in the years prior, his early years of bodybuilding, he wasn't really overdoing it with the triceps. Whatever he was doing to his triceps, he wasn't doing it so much in the first couple of years of the IFBB. But in 1999, that was one of the years of the Olympia where his triceps were noticeably bigger, noticeably kind of disproportionate. And I think that's one of the things that hurt him. In 2002, he would have an 8th place finish at the Arnold Classic. And then in 2002, he would also have a 14th place finish at the Mr. Olympia. So his Mr. Olympia placings were getting worse as the years went on. But then in 2003, he would place 10th at the Mr. Olympia. And he also had a 3rd place finish at the 2002 Ironman Pro, which again, the Ironman is known as one of the top 3 or 4 shows in bodybuilding at that time. Guys like Lee Priest won that show, and it was considered a very big title to win. So a 3rd place at the Ironman is not too shabby at all. So in terms of all the major shows, Ernie was really a top placer at these shows. He was really one of the top guys, top contenders at the Arnold Classic, the Olympia, the Night of Champions, the Ironman. So this guy was really a big name back in the day. So for this guy to have triceps like that, and really be that evident of a case of site enhancement oil, Synthol, whatever the case may be, it's pretty impressive that he was able to achieve what he achieved with his triceps looking like that. So his height was 5'8", and his off-season weight was 285 pounds. His competition weight was 240. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.